Good Tuesday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks. On a Tuesday, I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, coming to you from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, located just off the runway at the Ocala International Airport. In the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida, on a wonderful, wonderful morning. Woke up, it was nice temperature outside, going to be in the mid-80s today, sunny skies. Unlike what they're expecting to experience in the next 2 or 3 days in the upper Northwest and the upper Midwest, Galen Unall from Life South joins us as he does every day. Thanks to good folks at Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, JustShip.net, and Penn Flooring. Galen, I have a sister that lives in International Falls, Minnesota. That part of Minnesota, Montana, and Idaho, all under blizzard warnings this morning.
Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Here we are in the middle of April.
Try to tell the people in Minnesota, Montana, and Idaho that the globe is warming at an outrageous amount of rate. Tell them that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yesterday was kind of cold. But today we'll get in the high 80s, maybe touch 90.
Yeah,
good. That's what we need.
The only blizzard we experience is at Dairy Queen.
Yeah, and rightfully so. But, the people in Montana, they love that because it keeps their population way down.
Well, there's only so many crazy.
I hear it's beautiful.
There's only so many crazy people in the world. You know what I mean? There's only so many crazy people in the world.
Right.
When I saw that, I just sent my sister a picture of the. I saw that this morning, and I went out right here at the airport and took a picture of the bright sky and everything, and sent her a copy of what the temperature was at that time. It was
right.
69 degrees, and I was like, "This is as cold as it's going to get today. Hope you're okay." I cannot read the text. I cannot read you the text she sent back.
That's awesome.
But let's just say that there were words that rhyme with luck involved in the text she sent back.
Sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, they're thinking, all right, we're done. Let's bring the cattle in.
Yeah.
Right. Let's start. Planting and all of that stuff. Even though they don't grow a lot of crops, but they're farmers. That's what I think about when I think about Montana, is a cowboy.
Right. Yeah. That's where the Dutton Ranch is in Montana.
Correct. And you expect not to see a human being for 2 or 3 miles.
No, you expect to see cattle and John Dutton riding around with an AR-15 shooting people and nobody investigating him shooting people. That's what you expect to see.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah. If it's something different, okay.
Well,
I haven't been to Montana.
It is one of the 50 states I have not ventured into as well.
I've been to Idaho. Does that count?
I've been to Pocatello. Idaho. 1989 National Championship game, Pocatello, Idaho.
There you go.
Pocatello Dome. It was 27 degrees outside, 26 degrees outside as a high that day. But we were in a 72-degree dome on the campus of Idaho State.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was the smallest dome I've ever seen, smallest football dome I've ever seen. Sat like 30,000 people.
It's a lot for a AA school.
Well, it really was, but it was the smallest dome I'd ever seen. We'd played the Georgia Dome when we played Georgia State. We'd played in big arenas, and that was. But it was like a basketball arena with a football field in it. It was pretty good.
I'm with you.
But yeah, and by the way, we were outside in Idaho maybe an hour and a half total, walking through it and walking to and from the hotel to the bus and the bus to the arena and stuff like that. So we weren't outside in that mess very long. We were not outside in it very long. And I tell you, it was one of the scariest plane rides because I'm freaking out thinking, are they going to have ice on these wings? Are the wings even going to be able to function? Here it is, kids from Florida and South Georgia, we'd never seen ice and stuff like that, like you were seeing that time in Idaho. So it was a little haggling. But yeah, I've never been to Montana. And I'll be honest with you, not really hankering to go.
No, I mean, there's a couple of states that I haven't been to.
I can do it out
really
Wyoming as well. I can do it out Wyoming as well.
Well, yeah, I think that's. I mean, what would I go and see? See, that's the question: is what would you go and see in Wyoming? You know I've been to the very tip of Wyoming, so I've driven through it.
Yeah, because Snake River's in Idaho, where Evel Knievel tried to jump. That's in Idaho.
Correct. So I mean, I don't really count it, but yeah, technically, I guess my body has been in that state.
Isn't that great though? How the reference, and you got it right away. I go, Snake River's in Idaho, and you immediately, even though I said Evel Knievel, you immediately knew. Oh, he's talking about Evel Knievel's river.
Well, of course, it's when we were children, Evel Knievel was a god.
The only
right?
two, the only other
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali and Evel Knievel.
Evel Knievel was the only guy. He was the only guy I knew that they could do a 2-hour ABC Wide World of Sports, and the only thing you saw in that Wide World was Evel Knievel's jump. But it took him 2 hours, and you were sitting there on pins and needles as he would take the motorcycle all the way to the top and then back it back down, take it all the way to the top, back it back down. And they'd spend 2 hours on that, and you'd watch it every minute of it.
Well, and they've tried that, all the time. They've tried these specials, but nobody had the charisma of Evel Knievel, because the thing with Evel Knievel is there's a 50-50 chance he wasn't going to make it.
100%.
Now, because of the engineering, they've got it all figured out. Nothing ever goes wrong, and you kind of know nothing's going to go wrong. And by the way, there was no replay. So if you missed Evel Knievel's jump,
you missed it.
You missed it. There was no, you're at school lunch the next day with your Evel Knievel lunchbox, and everybody else is talking about it, and you didn't see any of it. You were lost.
Are you ready for this?
You might as well be ostracized to another table.
You
took years to get to your spot.
Oh, yeah. You had to get back. You had to work your way back in. You want me to take you back to 7-year-old Galen Unal without even working real hard?
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
I had the Evel Knievel motorcycle bike and Evel Knievel SST that you had the plastic pull cord. Oh, you'd pull it and it'd zip across the room. Oh.
Man, I had the wind up.
Think about the SST. Remember the SST, the whole cars and everything that were SSTs?
Of course. I remember my dad brought home. You remember what he did when he jumped the Snake River?
The rocket bike.
The rocket.
The rocket bike.
I had the rocket bike. My dad brought that home. I think he liked it as much as I did.
Oh, of course he did.
He'd lay on the floor and just play. It's almost as good as Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
There was just something about that noise. There was something about that noise on Rock'em Sock'em Robots, though. Zzz, when you'd hit the head and it knocked the block off. Oh.
Yeah, and the great thing is, back then you couldn't YouTube strategy or anything. You just move those things as much as you possibly could.
Yeah, you just went in there and just, if your thumbs could hold out longer than your buddy's thumbs at the fast pace, you would win.
That's right. It was a great, simple game. But
wait, what was the other? But remember back.
If you were a kid and you didn't, if you didn't have an Evel Knievel, again, you're ostracized. What are you going to talk about?
Well, you could make up for not having an Evel Knievel. You could make up for not having an Evel Knievel by having a G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
No, see, I was a little older than you. And so the G.I. Joes became smaller, and they were so expensive.
You mean you're younger than me?
I'm sorry, I'm younger.
Right.
Yeah, and you couldn't have everything.
No, the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip was was like 3 foot tall.
So for me, it was Stretch Armstrong. Right?
Oh yeah.
You had like 4 or 5 of those in your life.
And see, by the time Stretch Armstrong for me, I was old enough now where. What? You say I can't destroy it? Well, let me show you this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's my point. Yeah. But again, Evel Knievel, if you could get that thing to wheelie all the way over the jump, land into a wheelie, and ride around and break something in your, run into your mom's couch or something. That was as good as life.
But you had to have, here's the thing.
It was.
You had to have a friend over to see it happen because we didn't have cameras at all back then that were recorded.
No,
and nobody would believe you in the lunchroom unless you had a witness with you.
Sure, that's absolutely correct.
There was no believing you in the lunchroom unless you had somebody that witnessed it that wasn't you. And it better be one of the friends that everybody thought was popular, because if it wasn't, they'd just think he was lying too.
Sure. And then, of course, came, Star Wars for, the Star Wars, all of the accoutrement.
Yeah.
Star Wars kind of took over after. It went from Evel Knievel to
Han Solo.
All of them.
Yesterday I was flipping through channels yesterday, and one of the things that popped up was the Jabba the Hutt and Han Solo scene in the original one. Is it the second one or the first one? No, it's the first one, where they find Obi-Wan and they take the droids and they want to return. Luke goes to find old Ben because of the
Right.
But so Han Solo's negotiate with Jabba the Hutt, and he goes, Hans, because I like you so much, I'll only charge you 20% more on this next this thing. Him and Jabba are back and forth arguing, and I was so into it. I'm like, all of a sudden, I was a 12-year-old again watching Star Wars for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, it was a changing moment for I think. For anybody who watched it, because you had never seen anything like that. But the toy industry, it just became...
once Star Wars hit, they became little figurines and everything shrunk and it became more expensive. And Star Wars was the first time that, well, I guess Barbie, but I didn't get into Barbie because I was a guy. So Star Wars was the first time that I remember them saying that there were things sold separately. That it all wasn't one toy.
Oh, sure.
That the accessories sold separately.
Yeah, and if you had a buddy with a Millennium Falcon, man, they were, and remember the Darth Vader carrying case?
Oh yeah, of course. It was shaped like his head, shaped like his head and shoulders. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy, his name was Scott McDonald, and he had all of it. And we would go over there, and he was my best friend at the time. And I would go over there and just play with that, laying on I can remember his living room like it's nothing.
And if Scott McDonald had never let y'all over there to play with those toys, and he'd kept them in an unopened Darth Vader case without opening the packaging, he'd have hundreds of thousands of dollars now.
He's selling. That's correct. He's selling insurance in Nebraska. He moved from Ocala to Nebraska when I was like 9.
Yeah,
that was devastating.
It's because his parents were mean to him, moved him to Nebraska.
Yeah, he lived in Sleepy Hollow, just down the street from Duffy.
We got to take a break.
There you go.
We'll be right back after this timeout on Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. just shipped.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Tuesday, Galen Unoff from Life South joins us. Got him for about another 8 minutes. Then after the break, the Tree of Life Sanctuary will be in here talking about what it's like to have Christians and people of the Jewish faith in one building, two separate worship areas, but as Passover and Easter are taking place. So we'll have that interview today at 8:35. Galen, you know, we're walking down childhood memory lane and everything. I remember, you know, I know you probably didn't do this because we were criminals at the elementary school I went to, the Catholic elementary school I went to, and the priest and nun who caught us in our scheme told us we were criminals. And it was, you know, we were in the third, fourth grade running a numbers game.
Wow.
In the third or fourth grade. And what we would do was we'd have 20, 30 people that would give us a dime. And you would get 801, 802, 803. But 812 through 815 would always be one of us four would get that number. And then you'd go all the way up to like 830. And what it was whoever had the time that the school announcement started that morning, you would win the money. And it was, you know, like $3 in dimes. And for that was a bunch of money in the 70s to an 8-year-old, $3. And then finally, after 4 days of it, Todd Metz turned us in because he figured out that we were cheating and there was no way anybody was going to win because we were always had 812 through 815 because Sister Elmer always come on the speakers between 812 and 815. So we just kept those numbers for ourselves, thinking nobody would ever figure it out because we're 8 years old. And we had got the idea from running numbers from watching The Godfather.
Well, it's arguably the greatest movie ever made. So,
Yeah.
You had a good teacher.
But, you know, we're 8 years old and we had watched The Godfather. It probably wasn't the best for 8-year-olds to watch, but, you know.
No.
But, yeah, we were.
I remember betting Little Debbie stacks on whether my team would beat your team.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was about it.
Do you remember this game? We played this in school, too. We had the plastic forks came or plastic spoons came in your lunch tray. And depending on whether it was high day or low day, whoever had the highest number on their spoon or whoever had the lowest number on their spoon had to take your other buddy's trays up and put them in the window in the cafeteria.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, we did that, too. We any angle we could that we didn't have to do anything, we could make one of our buddies do it. We were trying our best to do that.
Wow.
But yeah, Todd Metz ended the mafia of St. Patrick's Catholic. He ended it because he figured out that it was a scam. We had the inside track.
Pretty great.
Remember another thing? I
Yeah,
wonder if they still do that.
There wasn't. I was going to say there wasn't that high level of criminal activity at Highlands Elementary School.
We were Catholic kids, you understand. We had to keep up appearances. You know what I mean? Had to keep up appearances.
Mr. Ward ran a tight ship.
I heard that about Mr. Ward, actually, that he ran a very tight ship at Highlands Elementary.
I have no idea. I mean, he left when I was in second grade. I mean, he paddled me. I remember that because every principal I've ever had since in elementary school paddled me. But yeah, he seemed very nice.
Well, I remember as a kid, I thought that they had named the nun wrong because she was the nun that disciplined us, and her name was Sister Sacred Heart, And I was like, this woman has no heart at all. I don't know what y'all are talking about. This woman's a mean woman who hates everything that children do, and she just lives to beat us with that paddle.
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, we used to call her Sister No Heart. She heard me say that one day.
There you go.
That didn't end well for me. That didn't end well the day she heard me call her that.
She had no heart. No
that didn't end well. That didn't end well. Sister Elmer used to just ridiculously beat your knuckles to death with rulers. She wasn't a nice person. Either I was a bad kid. One or the other.
Yeah.
My parents would probably lean towards me being a bad kid. You know what I mean? That's probably where they would.
There you go.
But it just. I feel sad for kids today because they're parked in front of YouTube or they're on Instagram or they Snapchat and they got their video games and everything. They don't know what it's like to have a Tonka dump truck and a Tonka backhoe digging out in the yard at 6 years old or 7 years old. They don't know about the SST Evel Knievel. They don't know about building a bike ramp with 4 bricks and a piece of plywood, and there's no way the brick is sturdy enough to stack 4 high, but you try to jump it anyway.
Well, there's no way that now you would just go buy your kid a ramp. But
we had to manufacture our own.
Again, I mean, it's the everything's safer. I mean, you have a much better chance of not dying.
But we didn't die, even though the chances were higher. We didn't die.
You know what?
We chased a mosquito. We chased a mosquito truck right in the spray and didn't die. So we weren't going to die.
I mean, I still see kids riding bicycles around. But what we didn't have that they have, like bouncy castles.
Yeah, we didn't have bounce houses. No, we didn't have any of that.
I would have enjoyed the heck out of a bouncy castle.
No, you wouldn't.
There was a bunch of that.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah. And here's why: you were a small kid, and one of your friends would have professional wrestled you, and it wouldn't have ended well for you.
So you're saying that didn't happen at the trampoline?
Oh, I guarantee you it did. With no sidewalls. That's what I see these trampolines with the sidewalls. I see the trampoline with the sidewalls, and I go, you know what? You kids have no idea. Sidewalls on a trampoline.
The springs were deadly.
Oh, you jump a little too close, you'd end up going through, scraping the skin off both sides of your body through the springs.
But I mean, their life is just completely different.
I feel sorry for them that they didn't have the same great experiences of near death that we all experienced in the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, I mean,
And your parents, your mother, and you got the near death and you had the bad cut on your leg or something, and your mother would bring out the methylated or mercurochrome. You go, no, I'm good. I'm good. No. Hey, I'll put this on your leg. No, I'm good. Bones sticking out of your leg. No, I'm good. Get that red stuff away from me. Get it away from me.
You fell for it every time. It's like, no, this is the kind that doesn't hurt.
Oh, you fell for it every time. Blow on it quick, blow. Hey, Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, today we're actually out in the shores at the Walmart, so come check us out there. But as always, we're right on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Spring Boulevard. Give the Gift of Life, donate blood. Check us out. You can call us at 622-3544. We're doing a special promotion for the Ukraine, and that's kind of cool. So if you donate, a completely different facility is donating $10 to the Ukrainian relief effort. So give blood.
Talk to you tomorrow, Galen.
All right, bye all.
We are already working as a government on making sure there are enough antidotes that we would have for the Eastern territories.
Kira Rudik on Newsmax is a member of the Ukrainian parliament. Reports out of Ukraine on chemical weapons being used by Russian forces. It should be noted that we're still waiting on confirmation of the outlawed weapon. Many of Shanghai, China's 26 million residents are facing food shortages as the Chinese government's strict COVID lockdowns have residents unable to leave their homes, even for food. Inflation numbers will be released this morning. Last month, the Consumer Price Index rose nearly 8%, and experts are warning March's numbers are expected to be very bad. USA Radio News.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
New message. Hey, girlfriend, it's Carol from jury duty. We never actually spoke, but I saw you ordered the same hoagie as me at lunch. What are the chances? Anywho, I heard you just got a boat. We should totally grab some hoagies and take it out for a spin.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Do I want to feel the wind in my hair? Guilty as charged. Oh, seriously, let's ride on your boat.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Blockers Furniture is having a truckload sale. Right now, you can save 20% on sofas and love seats when you mention radio. Blockers' 80,000 square foot showroom is home to the largest in-stock selection of living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms,